Go nuts for donuts.
I'm very excited about this.
Me too.
Ew!
What's up guys, it's Kat and Deb. Welcome back to another challenge video.
Today we are cooking with Oreos.
Well,
Not to be confused with Oreos, different things.
That's not true. We're doing the vegan Oreo challenge because, heads up, in Canada, Oreos are vegan. Just another reason why Canada is pretty awesome.
Yep.
So the challenge was that both of us had to make something that used Oreos. So, Catherine?
And mine's the best.
Well, that's not true.
I think it is.
I think it's not.
Mine looks the best.
Aw. That's pretty mean.
Mine tastes the best too.
Well, we haven't tasted yours. Or mine.
I've tasted mine.
I haven't. I've tasted mine.
Well, I made everyone's favorite dessert, donuts. I made Oreo donuts, and they're so good, and they're so amazing, and they're gonna be better than Devin's.
Okay, well, whatever. I got creative. I made Oreo sliders.
Yeah, they're actually really cool. I'm very impressed with you.
So it's like you know, burger slider,
Yeah.
but like the patty is Oreo, and then there's like other stuff,
And the
bun
bun
is puff pastry.
Best part. Yeah, I'm excited to eat it.
So yeah, I really thought about this one. Vote for me. Love you. Okay, should we just get to the recipes?
Yeah, let's get to the recipes.
Okay.
To make your Oreo donuts, you want to use double stuffed Oreos for this recipe. We're going to use 13 exactly. And we are going to start by separating the cream from the cookie. So make sure you put all the cream of the double stuffed Oreos into one bowl and all the cookies into another. And then we are going to add the cookie part of the Oreo to a food processor and mix that until you get a nice fine little dust. Then to a large bowl, you want to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/3 cup of your ground Oreo cookies, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Then you're just gonna mix that all together so that it's all incorporated. To a measuring cup or a bowl, you wanna add about 3/4 of a cup of non-dairy milk, along with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. This is going to curdle the milk so that you get kind of a buttermilky consistency. Then you're gonna add a tablespoon of ground flax, along with 3 tablespoons of water to that same milk mixture so that we don't have to dirty another bowl. Mix that all together, along with about 2 tablespoons of melted vegan butter and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that all together and let it sit for about 10 minutes. Then you're gonna wanna make a well in your dry ingredients and pour in your wet ingredients. Then using a spatula, you just wanna fold the dry into the wet until you get a sticky, doughy consistency. Then we are going to take a donut pan and grease it with a little bit of vegan butter or coconut oil, whatever you prefer. And using our Ziploc pastry bag little hack, we are going to add all of our batter to a Ziploc bag, cut off one of the corners, and use that to pipe out our donuts into our donut pan. Then you want to bake that in an oven preheated to 375 for about 18 to 20 minutes. You're going to let your donuts completely cool so that the icing doesn't melt and get too thin when you pour it on. So let those cool, and while that is cooling, you can make your icing for them. This is where you're going to use the cream from your Oreos. You're going to add those to the microwave and melt it for about 30 seconds. Then you want to add those to a bowl along with about a 1/3 cup of icing sugar and about 2 teaspoons of non-dairy milk, and mix that all together until you get a good icing consistency. You're going to top that onto your cooled donuts. Then you're going to use the rest of your ground Oreo cookies and dust it on top for a nice little extra Oreo flavor.
Okay, to make your vegan Oreo sliders, we're gonna start off by making the Oreo patty. To do that, you're gonna add 12 double stuffed Oreos to a food processor and process those until it's a fine crumble. Then you can add those to another bowl and add in a 1/4 cup of melted vegan butter and mix that all together. So the next step is to take some parchment paper and cut it into thin strips. You're gonna line this along the bottom of a muffin tray. And then you're gonna add the Oreo crumble to the tray. Make sure the strips stay underneath. This is gonna help you pull them out at the end. It's just a little hack for you. So you want about a 1/2 inch of Oreo crumble. Then you're gonna take some coconut whip. I just bought a store-bought one and I kept it in the freezer until I was ready to use it. So you're gonna add that on top of the Oreo crumble, about a 1/4 inch maybe. You can do as much as you want, really. It's just how thick you want your patty. So I made about 6 patties, and then once that's done, you put it into the freezer for about a minimum of 2 hours because you want this to get pretty solid. Okay, so to make the buns for your slider, we're gonna use puff pastry. And I was feeling lazy or resourceful, so I bought the pre-rolled puff pastry. It comes in 2 sheets, and that's exactly what we need. So you're gonna lay down the first sheet, and then we're gonna use a vegan egg wash. And that is 4 teaspoons of milk with 4 teaspoons of agave nectar. Mix that together, and then you're gonna brush that over the sheet of puff pastry. Then take the second sheet, put it on top, and now you're gonna cut it into the slider sizes. So you want it to be about the same size as the patties, roughly speaking. It could shrink a bit in the oven, so keep that in mind. And then move them to a lined baking sheet. Brush them with more of the egg wash. And then you're gonna set them in the fridge for about 1/2 hour before you put them in the oven. Then into the oven they go. They're gonna bake for about 20 minutes. Once it hits the 15-minute mark, I'd keep an eye on them because you wanna cook them until they're about golden brown on top. Now you just have to assemble your sliders. So you've got your puff pastry bun, put one of those yummy patties on top, and then I top that with some sliced strawberries.
Honestly, I think the real winner today is them because they got 2 amazing recipes.
Yes, you guys are the real winners, but I want to be the backup winner, so.
All right, should we taste them?
Let's taste them.
What would you like to taste first?
The donut.
Okay.
Go nuts for donuts.
I'm very excited about this.
Me too. Ew! I'm joking. These are really good.
Tastes like Oreos.
Mm-hmm. The icing
Mm-hmm.
is so good. Mm. Mm.
And the icing is essentially the Oreo cream.
That's why it's so good.
Mm-hmm. Those are really yummy. And I'm not a huge fan of baked donuts, but I do really like this.
Me too. Good job.
Thank you. I'm so excited to eat yours. I feel like it's gonna be messy.
It's very messy. I should mention, the patties will melt pretty fast, so create them and then serve them immediately. Okay.
Did you guys notice we coordinated our outfits today?
Do we look like
Oreos?
Oreos?
We definitely don't look like Oreos, I know that, but maybe Oreos?
But like Oreo inspired?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try these.
Devin, these are really good.
Mmm. I squished it. I love when you get all of the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
No, I really thought the Oreo flavor would be more intense, but that whipped cream stands on its own, man.
It does.
That's really good.
I know.
And it's not as messy as I thought it would be, because I'm a messy person.
Mmm.
Really yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it still tastes good melted. We're eating it melted right now.
Can somebody tell me if dessert sliders already exist?
Mm-hmm.
I need to know.
If not, I'm very impressed with your creativity.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to get like a patent or something. Patent pending.
I feel like puff pastry makes anything delicious.
Why do you think I used it? I want to win.
I gotta say, you use good ingredients. Puff pastry, whipped cream, like
Oreos.
Strawberries.
I know.
How do you go wrong? Mine's better.
Mm.
No, I think they're both really good, and honestly, I think I would have a hard time picking. So that's why it's your job. We don't have to pick.
All right, guys. The poll will be in the card.
As always.
For which Oreo recipe you think is better.
We still don't, I don't really know what the winner gets. Bragging rights?
I think, yeah.
I mean, I won the last one, according to when we're filming it right now, because it's still changing probably. And it was very close, 55-45. So
Yeah, so basically, I won.
Okay, not how winning works.
Okay, but I won the one before that.
Yes, Devin won the one before that by
So-
a pretty big margin because I made dessert grilled cheese. Catherine, what are you doing?
Don't do that. But this is kind of a tiebreaker right now. So
Yeah.
it's pretty important.
Who do you want to win? Pick the better person.
The better person. No, the better recipe.
Pick the better recipe.
more creative one.
I think they're both pretty creative. Excuse me. You used pre-bought puff pastry and whipped cream.
I'm resourceful.
As always, everything is in the description below.
Our blood type.
Our blood type. Our addresses. What else? Where we work. Where I go to school.
Catherine's prescription.
My eye prescription. The exact pair of glasses that I got.
My license plate number.
Yes. My social insurance number's down there too.
Also our newsletter and our podcast.
Oh yeah, those things too.
The equipment we used in this video.
What else do we put down there?
I think that's about it.
Other social media, if you're not following us on them, go follow us. And also, if you make these recipes, tag us in them because we love to see you guys making our recipes. It's so awesome when you do it, and it's really awesome when you put your own twist on them too. How would you do it differently? And question of the day.
Yes.
If you had an Oreo challenge thrust upon you, what would you make with Oreos?
Yeah, it's harder than you think because a lot of things have been done a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious to hear what you guys say.
Yeah. And what recipes do you want to see us make again? What challenges would you like to see us do? All that general stuff. We want to know because the challenge videos are actually so much fun. And I think you're starting to enjoy them a bit more, right?
Yes. Only if I win this one.
Alrighty.
Okay. Hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any vegan recipes on Sundays and any more whatever Wednesdays on Wednesdays.
That was such a weird sentence.
Hey, that's how it goes. All right. Bye. Goodbye. Can you put your hand there? Like, stand like you're talking like me. Use your hands. Yeah, you don't get the light. We're okay. I don't talk like that.
Welcome to the Oreo challenge. I think it is. I think it's whatever one today.
Today we are cooking with Oreos.
Do you want me to check if it's whatever one today?
Oh my gosh, okay, I'll keep them back here. Okay, so then you're gonna want to take some. Okay, to make the #1 recipe you've ever seen from this channel. To make a never before seen recipe on the entire internet. Well, that could be true. To make your Oreo sliders.
To make the best recipe in this video, the Oreo donut.
Cut.
To make the challenge winner recipe.
Stop it.
To make the Oreo donuts. The winner.
Are we?
Hold on, did I not put sugar in these?
Nope.
Wow, sugar free.